let's talk about all the hip happening Halloween news for this past week. I'm going to talk about one of the most exciting things at first, but I am going to keep the thing I am most excited for the very end. Watch until the very end if you want to see what that is. It's probably in the thumbnail. Starting off with the Wednesday meal at Wendy's, the Meal of Misfortune. Okay, I thought this was fake. Marky Devo so graciously in my comments let me know that this is in fact for real. And this photo that I found online made me feel more comfortable in that it was real. The first photo that I saw that actually showed the product looked AI, I think just by the way that they cut it and pasted it into their like own image. There's like a procedure card that employees would use to like bag up your meal. And yeah, it's legit. There's going to be the Meal of Misfortune, which comes with the Rest in 10-piece, which is chicken nuggets, the Raven's Blood Dark Cherry Frosty, which sounds really delicious, and it comes with the Spoon of Doom. The fry, it's small and it's cursed and crispy. And there's Mystery Sauces of Dread. I'm sorry, Dips of Dread. I think I'm most excited for the Cherry Frosty. And since we're on the topic of Wendy's, they are also bringing back the Frosty Frights that they did last year. Guys, are like little Frosty toys that are like dressed like Halloween characters. So you've got Frankenstein, Dracula, a ghost, all little kind of cute creatures. I'm excited to see if they'll do some new ones this year. I imagine that they'll be like completely new, right? Or maybe they'll be exactly like the ones from last year. I don't know. Since we're already on the topic of food, I'll just go through the rest of the food items that we have. Some of this is pretty interesting. One of them I'm really confused about, okay? A Reese's Snoopy / Charlie Brown collaboration has been found at CVS. These are super cute. Now, I do love the packaging. I love that you're going to get a bunch of different characters in the package. But I do wish they would have done like something a little bit more special. Like I would have liked to seen like a special shape or maybe like a special flavor. And for some actually new candy for Halloween 2025, we have these big mouth, loud mouth bites. These will be coming in like the Kool-Aid Ghoul-Aid flavor. Warheads is also going to be making these. I don't know if they're coming out for Halloween or not, but if you look at the packaging here, it says Kool-Aid Ghoul-Aid Zom-Berry, which took me down a big rabbit hole, okay? I guess I need to pay closer attention because I don't know the history of Ghoul-Aid, but I always thought it was Scary Berry. It looks like maybe it was originally Scary Blackberry. I was able to find some actual Ghoul-Aid, like the pouches, online that call themselves Zom-Berry. And then I found one that's called Brewberry. Brewberry appears to be at like BJ's. First off, they're all the same flavor. Brewberry, Scary Berry, Zom-Berry. They're all blue raspberry flavored. So I don't know what's going on. I imagine that they're just doing a exclusive name to specific stores. So if I had to guess, I already know that BJ's is getting the Brewberry and he is dressed like a witch and he's brewing something up, right? And then my guess would be that Sam's Club is maybe going to get the Zom-Berry glowing pouch. I don't know. Unless they're just totally switching it over to Zom-Berry this year, I'm quite confused. But it's weird. There's like 3 different names and they're all the same flavor. What's up with that? And we're also getting some popping candy from Warheads this year, which I love to see. I'm a huge fan of Warheads. Anything sour, I'm obsessed with. Now on to the Halloween decor and props. HalloweenCostumes.com launched their animatronics this week. And they do such a great job with their social media. Their YouTube videos are fantastic. I highly recommend checking them out, but they posted a video kind of talking about what they have going on. And it's like, I know we mentioned like the 200 a couple of times, so like maybe it's 200 animatronics, but it's a lot of stuff. One of the things that caught my eye was that Mothman animatronic. That's really cool. I do also think they collaborated with Brick Thunder on some of these. Something else that I thought was really cool is they have a, what were they calling it? like cheaper introductory animatronics. I forget the name of it. They called it something really cute, but I really appreciate that they're doing that so that, like, you know, everybody with any type of budget can get in on the Halloween props. I just need you to know how much I hate these bangs I cut for myself. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Don't cut yourself bangs, okay? Okay. Kirkland's gave us a code orange announcement, so they are officially setting for Halloween, confirmed by themselves on social media. I said in last week's video that I was going to go check them out, and I never got the opportunity to. We were never close enough to one to see if they had anything, but I am going today as we speak. As you're watching this, I am probably at Kirkland's. We also talked about Lowe's last week and how they had set up a little Halloween teaser, and I went to my store and they did have it set up. The worker was setting it up as we walked in the door. And a couple of things here. First off, he told me that they are going to be setting like August 1st-ish, at least in his store. I don't know if that's like the official date or not, but he kind of gave us the vibe that they're setting earlier than they did last year, which is exciting. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is that some of the stores are putting the, what's it called, Nightwalker on display. My store didn't have him on display. I don't know if that's just because they were just putting it out, but I've seen other people not have him. Some stores do have him, but that's cool. Dollar Tree is starting to trickle in some Halloween. Their official start date that I'm aware of is July 24th, so this is a little bit early, but I have seen a lot of videos of code oranges in store. I go to Dollar Tree all the time, so my store had a little bit of Halloween floral, and then it was definitely had a ton of fall autumn decor. Not quite Halloween for me yet, but I'd say you got a 50-50 shot if you check your local store. If you've watched any of my other videos, we've had a journey with this fire demon animatronic from Spirit Halloween, and I'm just here to say that I saw a video of him this week that it appeared to be from a Spirit Halloween employee setting up. I'm glad to see him. I don't know what it is between me and him this year, but we're on a journey together. And speaking of Spirit Halloween, they announced 4 more animatronics, or they released 4 more animatronics. We kind of know the names of all of them, and they're just slowly trickling out these for sale on their website. So this week we got Backbend Bonnie, who I totally thought was going to be a Five Nights at Freddy animatronic, and it's totally not, and this makes way more sense. Monkey Business, which is the clown with the monkey popping out. Seeing this kind of makes me just wish that they would really expand upon the sewer theme, like sewer subway theme that they're doing. The clowns seem much more like last year. I don't know if this is just stuff that they forgot to put out last year, but yeah, he's cool and all, but I wish it was more sewer subway themed. Sinister Straw Man, he's a giant jumping guy. And then Twisted Grandma, and the one video that I've seen about these, someone was complaining about like this like puppet jaw that she has, and I totally get that. Next up, we're talking about Disney. So if you've ever been to the parks, I haven't. I don't know anything about it, but if you've ever been to the parks during Halloween time, this might look familiar to you. Disney Store Online is releasing today this like glowing Mickey pumpkin wreath, which is super cute if you're into Disney. This next one is funny, okay? So I saw in a Facebook group, I think it was a Home Depot group, a guy was like, hey, I work at Menards and we're setting for Halloween. And other Menards employees started chatting him up in the comments like, hey, what are you talking about, dude? Did say that the official date for Menards is August 11th, so put that on your calendars if you're into Menards Halloween. It looks like some stores are authorizing their employees to set a little bit early, so they might be worth checking out. Like I've said in many of my past videos, like my store shows stuff in stock online, so I know that they have it available in store to put out if they want to, but it looks like the official date is August 11th. Have I ever bought anything at Victoria's Secret ever in my life? No. But am I here to tell you that they have Halloween stuff? Yes. Will I buy anything from them? No. Although there was one thing, okay, there was this like sports bra with skeleton hands on it. I totally would have bought that, but it was sold out. It does seem kind of like a common thing, so I'm sure I could find it somewhere else. I've seen a lot of people post about their fragrances that they do. I'm kind of curious to smell those and see if they kind of give an actual Halloween vibe. Halloween has been spotted at Dollar General, and before you get too excited, it is like cutesy, girly pink Halloween. So if that's your vibe, get your running shoes on, go there, check it out. If that's not your vibe, maybe go to Dollar Tree. We got a new blow mold from Michaels. I am so excited to see this. A couple of videos back, they dropped four to five new blow molds, I forget. But I did not like one single one of those. But this blow mold, I love it so much. And I think the little pumpkin that they're holding, I think you can actually put candy in there. That's really innovative. I've never seen that before. The price is a little expensive. They do have coupons all the time at Michael's. I know that's probably built into the price, but I'm glad we got a new ghostie. It's kind of like a tradition for me now to like buy the ghostie from Michael's every year. I've had the past 2 years, so I'm glad they brought us a new one. Home Depot finally gave us an announcement. They said next week they're going to be, I guess, posting some Halloween stuff on their website, is my guess. Or will it be in stores as well? I don't know. But yeah, they posted a video on social media saying like, hey, you guys have been bothering us about Halloween. We're going to give you some Halloween. If you went to the comments, all they would reply and say is it's coming soon. And then if you go to their website, it says next week. Okay. Now we're getting into the Walmart stuff, which is the stuff I'm most excited about. We're going to start out with the pajamas and then we'll get into the molds, okay? So we got the pajamas. They're okay. The first year that Walmart did these pajamas, I was obsessed. There was like this really retro looking one on a black background that I loved so much. This year, the only one on a black background are these skeletons, which are pretty cute, but I don't like the way these fit, so I'm not going to buy them, but I know people are obsessed and collect these. We got some cats, some pinup ladies, another set of pinup ladies. My favorite, the skeletons, some ghosties. These are okay. They are on a black background. Some pinup witches. That's it. Okay, now for my favorite part, okay? So Walmart blow molds have started to appear on their website, okay? And I know for a fact that there is more to come. I have some barcodes that I've been waiting to pop up that some Walmart employees leaked online, but these are official. They're there. You can buy them right now. In fact, some people already have. So we'll start off with Hello Kitty. She's dressed almost exactly like she was last year, except she is orange, which I do prefer. I love the orange outfit. And I think she's like, no, like she's going to be a tabletop. She's not big. So I wonder if we'll be able to find a big one of her somewhere. And then we've got a tiny little tabletop of My Melody and Kuromi with a little Hello Kitty jack-o'-lantern. That's super cute. I don't buy Hello Kitty stuff, but I would be so tempted. This stuff is so adorable. I wonder if like I could get myself into the cartoon. Save the very best one for last, okay? I wish this was bigger than it is. This is a tiny little tabletop. But look at these cute little character guys. We've got a little jack-o'-lantern, a cat, and a ghost. The colors on it are perfect. It's giving me like retro 90s vibes, just everything I've ever wanted. On top of the Cracker Barrel blow mold haunted house that we got this year, and this, they find, like, they know what we're looking for. However, this doesn't match up to the leaks that I saw of the blow molds, so I'm kind of curious if they're going to be cohesive or not, or if we're going to get a ton more. Like, what's the tea? I need to know. I'm going to be checking every day, so keep posted on my Instagram, TikTok. I'll even post on here, like on an actual picture post if I see stuff, but I'm so excited of what's to come at Walmart. Okay, now for the segment of who's setting for Halloween, okay? What stores am I gonna check this weekend? I'm just gonna go in order of my list here, okay? So, At Home is set. They've been set. Michael's is set. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods, they have Halloween. Cracker Barrel has Halloween, and then Walmart has set for Summerween. We're keeping an eye on Menards. They're slated to set August 11th, but some stores are setting early. Lowe's is potentially setting early August. Home Depot, wouldn't expect them to set until late August, maybe even September. Dollar Tree is slated to set the 24th, but there have been sightings already. My husband had a sighting at Walgreens today. They had a little bit of Halloween. Kohl's, I've seen some pajamas pop up in store, so they might be worth checking. Bath & Body Works is set for Halloween. Kirkland's is set for Halloween. Spear Halloween says they're setting mid-August. CVS is slated to set July 20th, but I have seen that trickling in stores. Dollar General is setting for Halloween. I think this might be hit or miss. Everybody else is setting when back to school starts. This has been a long video, and there's been a lot going on in the Halloween world, so it's very likely that I forgot something, so leave it in the comments down below so we can talk about it next week. If you didn't know, I hand make wax melts at houseofwaxmelts.com or houseofwaxmelts.etsy.com. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate your time. Bye!